So, good night, guys. Back again. It is really late now. It's 1:44. I think I started this a while ago, but I wanted this to completely dry. It seemed to pass the hot water test, the cold water test, and the deep water. I put it in a jug of water. Last time you saw it, it was going into the jug of water, so no water got in, so no condensation got in. That's also something you want to look for too, like if condensation builds up in there. So that's why I let it sit up for a couple of hours to see what would happen as it dried off. Looked like everything worked out, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the E-Bosch movement back in the body. Now this is funny because this still goes as I was doing the crystal swap. That's still going around, but the time is very incorrect. Yeah, it looks like it's slowed down a bit. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna take the case back off again without trying to damage it. So you know what? I'm just gonna put it in. I put all my tools away because it's really late. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video here and take that off and come back. So the case is coming off. The case back, I'm sorry. So I'm going back in. Again, one last time. Now that water test is just mainly for the front crystal. You really don't really have to worry about the back crystal, the case back. And it looks really dry in there, so I'm going to take it off of the mount, pull the stem out. I'm going to look at all my pieces to make sure water didn't at least seep in anywhere, so it looks really dry and clear. I'm gonna blow this out for dust and stuff. Actually, it's two parts. It's a brush as well as a tip there. Make sure no dust is on there. I'm gonna have this encased the whole time, so I'm just gonna dust that off just in case. Get some dust off of there. You don't want to use your breath on that, and you also don't want to touch the rotor as you put it back in there. So I'm gonna just try to guesstimate how this goes in, and I did a couple of things there. Touched the rotor, but not severely. Really touched it. I'm trying to put this in, line this up to where the stem goes in. So I'm gonna use, I guess, two of my tools here to sort of push both ends in at the same time. Sorry, I'm blocking the view. I'm actually gonna stick my crown stem in, sort of get that lined up as a guide. Ooh. This guy wants to play around, so take my stem. I thought I bent the stem there, but I didn't. So I'm gonna pause it, try to get this seated, and come back. So I seated it. It was easier than I was making it out to be. I think I was overthinking it. So I'm gonna just double check the front, make sure there's no smudges on the inside of the case. Just double check everything, make sure everything's lined up. Now I could imagine the watches with the Cyclops eye would be a lot more difficult to line up as well to get the date under the glass, but this seems pretty straightforward. And these Seiko watches are fun to mod, it has been said. So I'm putting the stem back in there, and it should go right in there, and we're just going to double check to make sure it's locked in there by pulling it out. It should not come out all the way, and just going to double check that. I could turn stuff, make sure everything's in there. Normally this is One of those things that is hard to mess up because the stem goes in one way. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna have to reset this anyway. So the cool thing about this watch, it pulls out once, and the second pull out sets the, I'm so sorry, super blurry. The second pull out, when it's pulled out again, sets the day if you turn it towards you. So I'm gonna turn it, and when you turn it away from you, it sets the time, the calendar date, which is really cool. I like that feature. It's kind of chill. So it's like a dual directional crown there. So I'm just gonna blow this out. I'm gonna double check, just make sure everything's lined up, everything's seated. There's no extra stuff in there. And you can also blow the case back, which is what you want to do. And I'm gonna polish this up on both sides to make sure no fingerprints are on there. That goes back on that guy like that. I'm just gonna close this up slowly. And this is one of those things that I wonder if that's where the sticky ball that everyone gets for a watch kit comes in handy, where it pushes the force against it and it uses the friction to turn it. Because the sticky ball will level this up. If you try to do it like this, it you have to seat it so it's flat and then turn it. But those sticky balls cost as much as the kit, so I didn't want to invest another $15 to $20 in just a little rubber ball for the case back since I already had the case back removal tool. And I don't want to damage that, so I'm going to pause it and just do this real quick. So guys, it is complete. The watch is officially Sapphire with the blue AR coating. Really easy to do, much easier than anticipated. A lot of stumbling blocks I encountered was me overthinking things, or thinking it was much more difficult than it would have been. Now, tools I used was the basic watch, your watch kit that you get one on eBay for about $16 to $25. Make sure it comes with a watch press for the case back and crystal, so get that. You could also buy this separately. I think this is $15 separate with all the die. Make sure you get the dies all different shapes. I used the old iPod Nano case to keep my watch the inside dust free and so forth. The watch kit came with a dust blower as well as a case holder, and I found this to be very, very helpful for my project. This sort of headlamp magnifying thing for working on the watch in kind of close proximity to see the details. That was really, really helpful, especially when it's time to remove the stem. And that I bought from Amazon, and it comes with actually extra lenses for magnification. That bad boy magnifies a lot, and this is the box it came in. It's a Chinese kind of product, made in China from China, but it was $16 I paid for this on Amazon. And it's really, really, really useful for different things you may want to do, in your arts and crafts. So this is basically why and then Crystal Times, I have to shout Alex out. Really great crystal. It's so beautiful. And back to the crystal. Now, these are 3 watches in front of you, all with sapphire crystal and anti-reflective coating. So this is my Omega watch, which is about $3,000. My Citizen watch, which is about $500, $600 retail. And you have the my Seiko with the blue AR crystal. You could tell, like, it just looks so much. It looks like kind of like Rolex quality with that AR coating on that crystal. Next to the Omega. The Omega has the AR coating, but they switched to a clear version of that AR coating. And the Citizen, well, it's just standard AR coating. So, but it's so beautiful. So you guys could see before this video ends how beautiful that looks. And that's it, guys. Bye.